Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, puji syukur saya panjatkan kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala karena atas limpahan karunia-Nya saya telah memberikan saya kesempatan untuk dapat mengikuti seleksi sertifikasi dosen tahun 2022. Pada kesempatan kali ini, izinkan saya memperkenalkan diri. Nama saya Dinar Faiza, SSMA. Saya merupakan salah satu dosen tetap Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Purwokerto, Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, Fakultas Sosial Ekonomi dan Humaniora. NIDN saya 0616098902 dengan bidang ilmu bahasa dan sastra Inggris. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya akan mendeskripsikan pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT-PT bidang pengajaran. Mata kuliah yang akan saya deskripsikan kali ini adalah mata kuliah Introduction to Literature. Beberapa hal yang akan saya sampaikan. Yang pertama adalah identitas mata kuliah, yang kedua adalah deskripsi mata kuliah, yang ketiga capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah, yang keempat materi pembelajaran, yang kelima metode pembelajaran, dan yang keenam sistem penilaian, dan terakhir yaitu video pembelajaran. Untuk deskripsi dan identitas mata kuliah ini bernama Introduction to Literature. Kode mata kuliah SHI1323 dengan jumlah SKS 2 SKS. Mata kuliah ini ditujukan untuk semester 3 ganjil. Sifat mata kuliah adalah wajib dan mata kuliah ini menggunakan sistem team teaching, yaitu di mana saya Dinar Faiza mempunyai tim teaching dengan Ibu Ade Kristanti Yuda Bestari SSMSI. Untuk deskripsi mata kuliah Introduction to Literature ini bertujuan untuk memberikan pemahaman dan penguasaan terhadap sastra Inggris, baik dari jenis karya sastra, definisi, sejarah perkembangan sastra, struktur dan wujud teks dalam sastra, approach, dan juga teori-teori mengenai sastra dari unsur-unsur intrinsik dan juga pendekatan dasar dalam penafsiran kesusastraan. Untuk capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah, CPMK 1 yaitu untuk menjelaskan definition of literature, CPMK 2 mengemukakan the function of studying literature, CPMK ketiga mendeskripsikan the history of English literature, CPMK keempat menghubungkan antara literature and cultural studies, CPMK kelima mengidentifikasi language, meaning, and interpretation and basic approach to literary interpretation. CPMK ke-6 yaitu menganalisis literary genre seperti fiksi, drama, poetry, dan juga non-fiction. Dan untuk CPMK ke-7 mendiskusikan problem of fictional and non-fictional writing, problem of serious and pop fiction, dan juga problem of text. Itu adalah CPMK untuk Introduction to Literature. Dan untuk materi dalam pertemuan di mata kuliah Introduction to Literature, untuk pertemuan pertama membahas mengenai topik definition of literature, type of literature genre, and literary works. Dan untuk pertemuan kedua materinya adalah the function of studying literature, dan untuk pertemuan ketiga dengan materi the history of English literature, dan untuk pertemuan keempat mengenai literature and cultural studies. Untuk pertemuan kelima yaitu membahas mengenai language, meaning, and interpretation. Untuk pertemuan keenam membahas mengenai basic approach to literary interpretation, dan untuk pertemuan ketujuh menganalisis literary genre, yaitu khususnya fiction. Dan untuk pertemuan ke-8 diadakan ujian tengah semester. Untuk pertemuan ke-9 membahas mengenai problem of fictional writing. Pertemuan 10 membahas mengenai problem of non-fictional writing. Dan untuk pertemuan ke-11 dan ke-12 itu membahas mengenai literary genre yaitu drama. Dan untuk pertemuan ke-13 membahas mengenai literary genre dengan jenis poetry. Dan untuk pertemuan ke-14 membahas mengenai writing problem of serious and pop fiction. Dan untuk pertemuan ke-15 membahas mengenai problem of text. Dan untuk pertemuan terakhir yaitu pertemuan ke-16 adalah ujian akhir semester. Untuk metode pembelajaran mata kuliah Introduction to Literature, saya menggunakan metode DIA, yaitu Delivery, Interaction, dan Assessment. Untuk delivery, saya menggunakan metode ceramah dan juga SCL, Student Center Learning, dengan moda daring dan luring disesuaikan kondisi pandemi saat ini. Dan untuk interaction, saya menggunakan discovery learning dan juga small group discussion dan juga presentasi. Untuk assessment tersendiri, ada beberapa poin yang saya gunakan untuk sistem penilaian di mata kuliah Introduction to Literature. Poin-poin tersebut yaitu UTS, UAS, Assignment, Class Activity, and Attendance atau kehadiran. Untuk poin UTS yaitu sebesar 35%, untuk poin UAS sebesar 35%, dan poin assignment sebesar 15%, dan poin class activity sebesar 10%, dan untuk kehadiran sebesar 5%. Demikian penjelasan mata kuliah Introduction to Literature yang dapat saya sampaikan. Berikut ini akan ditayangkan video pembelajaran secara luring untuk mata kuliah Introduction to Literature dengan topik pertama yaitu mengenai Definition of Literature. Selamat menyaksikan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Halo guys, good afternoon. How have you been? What happened, Mbak? Are you okay? Okay. How have you been? Are you okay? It's a long time not to see me. Is it true? Yeah. Okay. Because it is our first meeting after your holiday, yeah, and finally we come back, yeah. Welcome back to the class, to the campus, and to meet me. Also, do you miss me? Yes. Very little. Okay, okay, yeah, just a bit, yeah. Okay, I'm glad to see you again today because, and as you know that I'm the charge of Introduction to Literature class. And because it is our first meeting, we are going to firstly we are going to talk about orientation, of course. So I will introduce our subject, yeah, to you, and then I also will explain about class rules, yeah. So that's why before we are going to the material, so you have to know about the description of subject as well as the class rules, okay? How about your holiday? Anyway, was it fun? Yes, fun. Where did you go when you had a holiday? Just staying home. Okay, oh, so pity are you, but so pity I am. Because I also stayed at home. Is there anyone went to holiday somewhere perhaps? No one? Oh, poor you. Aduh, kasihan banget ya. Ya ampun, kayak saya aja kalian. Because we are introvert, right? So we will love to stay at home and chill and yeah, laying down and etc. Okay, so I'm going to explain about our subject today. It is Introduction to Literature. I think you need to know that it has 2 SKS, yeah, and it is for the semester. And in Introduction of Literature class, we have team teaching. So I will teach you with Mrs. Ade, ya. And then for the before mid semester, I will be the charge of this class. And for subject description, what do you think about when you hear about introduction to literature? What will you learn? Kira-kira apa yang akan kalian pelajari? Poem, okay, good. Poem, poetry, novel, okay, and also drama. Yeah. It is the literature genre actually, and we also will talk about history of literature itself. We are talking about many legends in English literature. We are talking about approach and theory in literature, and we will learn about analyzing literary work. Yeah, and because we focus on English literature, so make sure later we are going to discuss much about literary work in English. Yeah, especially in English. Okay, and I think our subject will be fun because we are going to talk about drama, poetry, also poem, and also movie as well. So that's why I hope you can enjoy and you can do the best performance in this class. So you will be, you will get the best result. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, before I move, I also want to introduce the topic for you. We have 14 topics as usual in this semester, and you can look at the slide. There are 14. The first about definition of literature, the second about the function of studying literature, the third the history of English literature, the fourth literature and cultural studies, and fifth language meaning and interpretation, six basic approaches to literary interpretation, and then literary genre, especially for fiction, and then we will have midterm, and then after midterm we are going Mrs. Ade will teach you about drama, poetry, and also problem of serious and pop fiction, as well as problem of the text. Okay, is it clear for the topic? Yeah, you can later I will share this slide to you. Yeah, so make sure you can learn more about this. Okay, it's about the topic. And for after I explain about the topics, I want you to know about the class rules. Yeah, every new semester I give you the class rule. Yeah, so you can know about the assessment, how about the rules in our class. So make sure you need to give attention in this slide. Yeah, and for lead tolerance I will give you only 10 minutes. Yeah, so whoever come back more than 10 minutes, please. Don't try to come to the class, okay? And as well as it also if I do not come more than 10 minutes also, you have to, the leader, who is the leader here? Mas Hari, okay, Mas Hari, for the leader, make sure that if I do not come to the class, more than 10 minutes, you have to confirm to me by text, okay? And for the assessment, there are 3 parts. The first one about midterm, I will give you 35% for midterm, and for final exam, there are 35% also, and for the others, it consists of attendance, class activity. So please, you have to be active in my class, and also the assignment. Please make sure that you complete all assignment I will give to you. So if you want to have the good result, please make sure you fulfill all the criteria. Okay? Okay. Is it clear for this class rule? Okay. And for the leader, I also ask you to help me if we have assignment, you have to compile all of assignment from your friends, and then you can send to me. As previous semester. So Okay, and I think you already know about my phone number and email, yeah. Okay, it's about class rules, and because it is the first topic, we are going to discuss is about definition of literature, ya. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan dulu mengenai CPMK. CPMK itu adalah capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah atau goal kalian untuk belajar Introduction to Literature ini. Setiap meeting itu ada goalnya gitu ya. Untuk CPMK-nya itu mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menjelaskan definition of literature, ya. Terus CPMK ini nanti ada turunannya namanya sub CPMK. Di sini definition of literature di sini maksudnya mahasiswa diharapkan mampu memahami dan nantinya bisa menjelaskan apa itu definisi literature, tipenya, terus genre-nya, terus contoh karya sastra gitu ya. So make sure when I explain to you can know about this ya. Okay, now talking about literature. Before that, I want to ask Mas Akmal. Mas Akmal, do you love reading?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever read literary work? Perhaps a novel, short story, or poetry, or poem?
Yeah.
You have, poem. Do you still remember the title?
It's been a long time, so I don't remember it.
Okay, it's okay. But and for Mas Akmal, he not really love reading, but you need to know that when we read, we have to read literature especially because we need the first function is for find out the information, and the second to have fun atau to have pleasure to have pleasure for yourself ya. Jadi fungsi literatur itu, karya sastra itu fungsinya untuk selain membaca cerita itu kan bisa menghibur kita kan, bisa membuat kita fun. Cara kalau kita mungkin healing ya. Nah, ada orang-orang yang senang healingnya itu baca gitu. Okay, and can you look at the slide? Ya, there are two texts, ya kan? Ada dua teks. If you look at the slide, what is the difference between both? Kira-kira apa? Yang sebelah sini apa? Yang sebelah sini apa? Ada perbedaan apa di sini, Mbak Tasya?
The left one contains information, and
Okay.
the right one is we read it for fun. I think like that.
Okay, good. For the function, it's for information and it is for fun, ya. Okay, good, Mbak Tasya, thank you. And for the so I call it left or right? Oh, right ya. For the right one, if you look at the language, they have a very formal language ya. And for this, the language is full of metaphor, figurative language to express the author feeling ya. Dan that's it. It's called literature. It consists of the literature. And what is it? What kind of genre of literature here? Poetry. Okay, good. It is poetry. Ya, jadi ini adalah puisi. Kalian bisa lihat di sana ada metafora. The vocabulary choice is very beautiful to express the author feeling. Ya, beda dengan itu kan kaku ya. Karena ini memang tujuannya bukan menghibur, bukan membuat seneng, atau bukan sesuatu yang indah gitu. Ini hanya informasi. Ini untuk membuat kayak mencari keindahan, mencari hiburan. Ini kan imajinatif sekali kan, dan kita harus membacanya berkali-kali kadang. Oke, itu perbedaan dari teks biasa dan teks literature. Oke, actually, so we are talking a lot about literature. Sebenarnya literatur itu apa? What is exactly the literature? Wanna try? Mbak Kika, Mbak Salsa, Mas Hari ya?
Any written works and considered to be an art.
To be an art? Is it has to be written or not?
No.
Not. Okay, good. Okay, thank you Mas Hari. Betul ya. Sebenarnya for the old time, jadi waktu dulu itu literatur itu arti atau definisinya itu hanya sekedar karya yang tertulis, ya. karya yang yang merupakan bentuk ekspresi dari autor yang mempunyai bahasa yang indah, bahasa yang artistik, tetapi itu ngelihatnya itu bentuk yang tertulis. Kalau bedanya dengan sekarang zaman sekarang bahkan literatur itu sudah bisa menaungi karya-karya yang itu tidak hanya tertulis seperti movie, ya, kartun, komik. Itu kan sebenarnya kan kayak penuh gambar, penuh visual ya. Tapi itu juga sekarang udah bisa masuk literatur karena perkembangan semakin banyak pop culture, pop literature. Jadi kalau dulu itu memang sebatasnya itu only written work. Tapi kalau sekarang itu segala hasil karya manusia yang mengandung estetika, imajinatif, dan itu merupakan bentuk kreatif dari seseorang dan menggunakan bahasa sebagai medianya. Movie itu menggunakan bahasa nggak? Ya, oke, that's why kayak movie itu juga sekarang sudah tergolong dengan literature. Oke, so you have to know about the differences ya. And okay, I'm going to play a video to answer about actually why do we need to learn literature. Kita coba lihat ini. I'm going to play a clip from a movie entitled Dead Poet Society. It's just short clip, so please make sure you have to give attention for the dialogue ya. Coba di sini ada yang menarik nggak? Terus kira-kira di sini ada jawaban nggak? Kenapa sih kita perlu belajar sastra?
We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. Poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. Oh, commitment. Oh, me. Oh, life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish. What good amid these, oh me, oh life? You are here. Life exists in identity. The powerful play goes on in you contribute a verse. The powerful play goes on in you contribute a verse.
Okay. Gimana? Do you get any interesting dialogue here? When I ask you about why do we need to learn literature? Anyone? Please. It's okay if you have it's wrong. It's okay. Ada? Mbak Kika? Okay, Mas Fauzi. Okay, good.
I think it's because literature is filled by human passion.
Okay, because literature feel about human passion. Okay, thank you, Mas Fauzi, for your answer. Okay, so actually, Mr. Cat here, ya, di sini namanya bukan Cat, Keating. Mr. Keating here talk to the student that we did not learn poetry or literature because it's cute. What does it mean cute here? Cute here itu maksudnya buat imut gitu nggak ya? Tapi lebih kayak karena keren atau karena sesuatu yang wah gitu. Enggak, sebenarnya we need to learn literature because we are the part of the member of human race. Karena kita adalah manusia. Manusia itu butuh rasa. Ya, makanya tadi dibilang kayak medicine, law, bisnis itu perlu dipelajari karena itu untuk mempertahankan hidup kita. Tetapi kalau love, beauty, sadness, sorrowful itu kan perasaan. Nah, literatur itu kayak ibaratnya mengisir perasaan kita. We need to learn literature because we are human race, so we need to express our feeling. We need to get the entertaining for our feeling, our mental health. Ya, that's why kayak movie, novel, poetry itu sometimes it can help someone to be healing. Okay? Jadi is it clear about this? Yeah. So make sure you love literature, okay? Okay. For the function itself, you can see ya. Ini saya hanya mengulang aja, sebenarnya tadi udah. Jadi itu untuk giving pleasure dan juga untuk tuh. Ada lagi satu fungsi yang perlu kalian tahu, to improve awareness of certain aspect of love. Jadi supaya kalian lebih peka. Jadi kalian bisa lebih peka terhadap keadaan sekitar dan kalian juga bisa lebih sensitif gitu tentang adanya permasalahan di sekitar kita, ada hal-hal yang mungkin ada di sekeliling kalian. Dari buku kalian kan bisa tahu masalah sosial, dari buku kalian tahu perasaan orang, pemikiran orang. Nah, itu juga membuat kalian jadi punya perspektif yang lebih luas. So that's why buku Jendela Dunia itu karena itu sebenarnya. Oke? And it's the function. Ya, ini okay. Ini for example, some example of the legend writer in English literature. Ya, some of you, I think you have, you already know about this. Ada yang udah tahu dari sekian ini siapa yang namanya nggak asing?
William Shakespeare.
Makanya saya kasih yang paling atas itu William Shakespeare. Udah doang kan Romeo and Juliet. Oke. Sebenarnya banyak lagi. Memang William Shakespeare adalah bapak sastra dunia bahkan. Itu memang dinobatkan seperti itu. Memang karya-karya beliau itu tidak hanya puisi tapi juga drama. Itu banyak banget dan itu sangat jadi acuan para kritikus dan para penyair di seluruh dunia. So you have to know about this. And you can know there are Jane Austen, Bronte sister, terus ada Oscar Wilde, terus ada Charles Dickens. Nah, di sini semua itu kebanyakan itu mereka karyanya menyoroti kayak banyak isu sosial, politik, feminis, ada terus juga tentang tradition ya, old tradition in England. They are very critical about this. So they deliver to their work gitu. Jadi kalau kalian baca-baca ini kalian bisa tahu bagaimana kehidupan masyarakat Inggris pada zaman dulu gitu. And later in another meeting we will discuss about this. Jadi we will have a specific meeting to discuss about about them ya. Jadi jangan khawatir. Okay, so far do you have question about my explanation? Perhaps is there anyone want to ask me? Dari penjelasan tadi mungkin ada yang kurang jelas, silahkan mau tanya. Atau mungkin mau tanya tentang apa kegiatan kita nanti di pertemuan. Ada yang tanya? Oke, as usual. Yeah, okay. Because my explanation is so clear.
Yes, so clear.
Oh, thanks God. Okay, I think if we already clear about this topic, yeah. This topic, I will wrap up. But before that, I want you to learn about literary genre letter. Yeah, we will discuss in next meeting. So you have to learn about literary genre. And for the first for brainstorming, I want you to write a poetry.
Alright.
Yeah, I want you to write a poetry. And the theme is free, ya, based on your feeling, based on your experience or anything, your mood lah ya. Jadi saya membebaskan, and juga panjang pendeknya saya nggak ngasih ketentuan. Silakan kalian, please feel free to express your feeling by a poem or poetry ya. And make sure that you upload to Instagram as usual, and don't forget to tag me and apalagi and hashtag ya. Nah, I will show you the hashtag. Ya. Ini ya. I will send letter. Okay, I will share in our group. Okay, if there is no question about the assignment?
No.
Clear enough?
Clear enough.
Okay, good. Yeah, and make sure you will read my material after I share to you, yeah? Okay. And I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah, thank you for participating in my class. And don't forget to learn more, okay? And I apologize if I have mistake. And take care everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you. See you. Demikian paparan PDD UKT-PT dalam bidang pengajaran yang setelah saya lakukan. Mohon maaf bila ada hal-hal yang kurang berkenan. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.